Welcome aboard the Greenfield Village Railway, and for your safety we do ask that you please remain seated while the train is in motion, keeping your hands, legs, arms, head, and feet inside the train at all times, and please no eating or drinking except for water while on the train. Now if you do have little ones with you, we do ask that the adults please sit at the end of the row. If that's not practical, then please make sure the kids are held or are easily within your reach. Thank you. Now, the street station, let's wait goodbye to our station master, Ginger. Thank you, Ginger.
Oh, he takes separate ones, okay.
And we're now moving into the Railroad Junction district here at Greenfield Village. First building we're going to see over here is the Smith Creek Depot. This was built back in 1858 and was located at the time in the small Michigan town of Smith Creek. That's roughly 8.5 miles southwest of Port Huron, and it was located on the Grand Trunk Railroad line that ran between Detroit and Port Huron. Now this is a typical small-town depot building in that the station master and his family lived in half the building, and the other half was open to the public, and that's where you would buy your ticket for the train. You might also pick up some mail, as well as sending off the telegraph from the station as well. And our newest addition to Greenfield Village is that open-air building on our left-hand side. It's the vegetable building, and it was originally part of the Detroit Central Market that was located downtown behind the old City Hall building. Now up ahead, you can see on the left-hand side the Detroit, Toledo, and Milwaukee Roundhouse. This is where we service and maintain our steam locomotives, as well as our rolling stock. Back on the outside of the building here, you can see one of our locomotives, and I believe they're getting it ready to take over from the Edison, perhaps in the next day or two. And that's our torch plate locomotive. And our third locomotive is called the Baldwin, and it's in the roundhouse right now. Although you cannot go into the roundhouse these days, you can walk by the front entrances and see into the building and see what's taking place. Now we're approaching the working farm district. Oh, I'm sorry. Right now we're passing the Liberty Trappers area. It's hard to see the area because of all the pine trees here, but this is where we have skilled artisans who do such things as glass blowing, pottery making, weaving, and printing. And as we go around the curve over here, you'll be able to look into our Liberty Trappers area a little bit. And right now we're coming into the district. We have about 7 acres that we plow and plant every year. And we grow such things as winter wheat, field corn, rye, and hay. And we have the small orchard on our right. And up ahead on the right is the Firestone farmhouse and the Firestone barn. Now the Firestone farmhouse was built back in 1848. In Columbiana, Ohio, which was on the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania. Now, Harvey Firestone was born in that building and lived there until he left for the big city. And Harvey went on to create the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company in 1901. And he and Henry Ford became very good friends, as many of Henry's Model Ts were equipped with Firestone tires. And right now we're coming into the Firestone Station, and we'll stop here for about 8 minutes. You'll be able to exit on the right-hand side of the train, but we do ask that you please remain seated until you hear the train whistle. That indicates that the engineer has applied the air brakes, and the train will not be moving. All right, folks, please remain seated. Let's wait for the train whistle before standing.